What's up, everybody? What was my ad? A to commercial. Take my banner back. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. It's Wednesday. You know what it is. We're gonna make our picks, and as you see, I know it's super bright in here, and I cannot figure out how to balance these lights right now, so I apologize for that. But it's nice to see you guys. It's Wednesday. We gotta try to predict all of the games this week. There's no more bye weeks in the league, so we're getting all 32 teams every week for the rest of the regular season. So I took a sneak peek of these games, and I've got Papa's picks, although he's not here right now, but uh I haven't fully made all of my picks yet, so I'm gonna kind of make them as we go today. And it's a tough week. It is a lot of games where I feel like there could be a lot of upsets and a lot of things we don't see coming, or things could go the way they're supposed to, but we know that's not going to happen. Last week, we didn't do too bad. Dad did one game better than me because he did pick the Chargers and I picked the Dolphins. He went 9-4. I went 8-5. We missed the Raiders, the Ravens, the Jaguars, and the Panthers. And then obviously I missed the Dolphins and Chargers. So, we didn't do too bad last week. I'm not really upset about that. I was kind of hoping to miss one more. The Texans almost snuck a win in there against the Cowboys. But we'll get over it. We got another week to try our best, and this week I think me and Dad are going to go separate ways on a lot more picks than just one, because I don't trust this league, and so I'm going to take a couple chances, and I can't wait to dive into all of them with you. Let me make sure I get everybody. We got Pizzle, we got Nathan, I saw Haley, we got Tim, we've got Gabe, Papa Blood's in the house as well. Let's see, we've got Mickey, Uncle Mickey's in the chat. I feel like there was somebody else, and I don't want to miss anyone who has said hello. Shebley's in here. Somebody banned Chris. What's up, Chris? Everybody in here, I'm happy to have you in here. And before we get started, I'm just going to throw this out there. Anybody that wants to join our Discord, if you want to follow the It's in the Blood page on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any of those kind of things, it's in the description below. Also, if you want to join us, our late night adventures on Twitch, the link to that is below as well. So, any way you want to get connected with us, do so. Our Discord's a really fun place to be. You're a terrible person. You're welcome for that. And on that note, let me move this over just a tad bit. On that note, we're gonna get started. Our first game on the slate is going to be the 49ers heading to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. NFC West divisional matchup on Thursday Night Football. I'm trying to get myself all situated here today. This one is a very, very big game. I think all of these games this week is going to be big, but this one's big because Niners can clinch this division with a win here. Seattle is on the struggle bus while the Niners are climbing. I feel like there is a very big possibility that this game could go either way. Seattle has played tough at home. Seattle is able to put up a lot of points. They did lose to the Niners once already this year. But this defense is scary. The only issue with the Niners right now is they don't really know if Purdy's going to be healthy, but I don't really feel like that matters. I feel like you could throw any guy in there except for Carson Wentz and be able to get a dub. So this is one of the few ones that I'm going to quote unquote play it safe. I think I am going to take the 49ers on the road to continue their streak. Will they cool off from last week? Maybe, maybe not. But I feel like they know what's at stake and they know that they need to win this game. So I don't know. I feel I'm going to take the Niners. Papa's going to take the Niners. And that one is going to be a fun one to kick our week off. It's either going to be fun or it's going to be completely terrible. We're either going to see a total blowout or a down to the wire. I don't think there's going to be any in between with that one. The Niners are a scary, scary football team, scary defense to play against right now. Ask Tom Brady; he could tell you all about it. And their offense is clicking everywhere. Uh, like I said, they don't know about Purdy, but CMC, Debo's not going to be playing, so that takes a little bit away, but they still got guys like George Kittle and Ayuk and their run game, and I think they'll be fine and they'll get the win. Christian McCaffrey, yes, yes, yes. No Debo, not sure about CMC. Yeah, but I don't really think it's going to matter, honestly. And I'm going to move right along for our first Saturday game of the week. We've got 3 games on Saturday this weekend, which means we have 4 days of football. We've got the Indianapolis Colts heading to Minnesota to take on the Minnesota Vikings. This game is stupid interesting because last week the 10-2 Vikings took on a 5-win team and were favored to lose, and they did lose. Now, with that being said, the Lions are on a hot streak. I feel like you got to give credit where it's due, but this Vikings team, we've all felt uncertain about them all season. Yes, they keep winning, but they are not as good as their record. Like their team is as good, but nobody believes in them. This should be a get right game for the Vikings. Dad did take the Vikings, but I am going to start my chaos early on Saturday. I'm going to take the Colts to win this game. And listen, it sounds crazy. We saw the end of that Cowboys game, but they went 3.5 quarters playing a real football game until things got out of hand. The Colts defense is pretty good. The Vikings secondary is a little bit suspect. And Jonathan Taylor is still Jonathan Taylor. They've got guys that can catch the football. I think the Vikings should win this game by at least a touchdown, but I am going to take the Colts on the road to play chaos, play homewrecker, to give the Lions a little bit more hope of trying to win out and catch up to the Vikings. It would be miraculous, but I think it's going to happen. Like, something in my gut is just saying, listen, I know you make dumb decisions a lot when it comes to picking these football games, and this definitely could be one of those dumb decisions, but you need to trust your gut on this one. And so I'm going to go with the Colts because all week I've been thinking about it, and I've got no reason other than something in my brain is telling me the Colts are going to beat the Vikings and shake up everything just that much more. All right, and on to the next game, the midday, I guess we can call it, Saturday football game. We've got an AFC North divisional matchup. This one is very interesting, and Bengals fans will be watching this very closely because they are trying to, take this division from Baltimore. We got the Ravens taking on the Browns. This game is coming down to both teams coming off, the Ravens snuck away with a win last week. They were without Lamar. Tyler Huntley is hurt, and I don't know if Lamar hasn't been practicing. Huntley's been practicing. I don't know who's going to be QB1 for this game, but the Browns are coming off a pretty ugly loss. It took them about 3 quarters to really remember how to play football. against the Bengals last week. They didn't look horrible. Obviously, Deshaun Watson, as much as we don't want to talk about him, he's not going to go away. Um, he's starting to get things together. They've got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They've got a solid defense. Papa's taking the Browns at home, and I know that is, even if he believes in that, wishful thinking. Like I said, for the Bengals trying to take over the North. I actually am going to take the Ravens. They've been a very inconsistent football team, but they turned around last week and shocked me with the win over Pittsburgh, and I think they're going to. If the Browns go to the Super Bowl, I'll rename the Super Bowl into the toilet for the Browns. That's funny. But I think I'm going to take the Ravens on the road. They're trying to get right. They're trying to figure out what's going on, what's what. They know that they need to win every game to go toe-to-toe with the Bengals. Right now, the Bengals are by far the better team. So while they're not playing against the Bengals, they need to play their best football. I think the Browns have a good chance to win this, but honestly, I think they were better with Brissett, and we'll see in due time how Watson pans out. If he gets things going, he's got Amari Cooper, he's got Nick Chubb, Peoples-Jones, and all of these guys. But I feel like I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm going to defer with Dad this one as well, and so one of us is going to have a good week, and one of us is probably going to have a bad week. The next game that we have on our schedule, we've got Saturday Night Football. Let me get this in here. We've got Saturday Night Football. We've got an AFC East divisional matchup. The Dolphins heading to Buffalo to take on the Bills. The Dolphins are on a very, very rough patch, and the Bills are getting right. So this seems very not in the favor of Miami. I don't think the Dolphins can win this game. I want the Dolphins to win this game, but I don't think they can. It's going to be like the highs, like something like 28 degrees. There's supposed to be snow. Warm teams don't do that great in the cold, and cold teams don't do that great in the warm. As much as I would love to see Miami get it done, they are struggling right now. I think this is going to be a closer game than people will think, because I feel like they're going to think Buffalo. I think the point spread's already like 9.5 or something. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a difference. It's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy. If you take away Josh Allen's ability to throw the football, then that Bills team doesn't look the same. And so I think that Miami will be able to stay in this, especially if they can get any sort of run game going. And they still got Waddle and Hill, so I feel like whatever the over-under is, I'm going to take the under on this game. But I'm going to say it's going to be like a 3 to 4 point game. Very ugly. Probably not super fun to watch, but we'll be in here streaming that one. This is one of my safer picks of the week. I'm gonna go with Buffalo, even though I believe in Miami. So something in my soul believes that somebody, at least one more person or one more team can beat Buffalo this year. And that might be the Bengals, which I hope that is also true. Miami can beat them, Buffalo or Cincinnati can beat them, and everybody can beat them. Like, I just do not feel very confident this week. Sorry, Pizzle. All right, and our first Sunday game of the week, Sunday morning game, we've got an NFC South divisional matchup, which really that doesn't seem like it's all that important, but it is, because the number one team in that league is a game below 500, and therefore anybody still can win this division. And so we've got the Falcons heading to New Orleans to take on the Saints. The Falcons benching Mariota, which they say due to injury, but he left the team apparently. There's a little bit of drama going on right there. And so we're going to get to see rookie QB Desmond Ridder. And so I am very excited about that. And not to spoil on him because I think he's going to be a great QB in the league. I think the Saints are going to get it done at home. They look a little bit more complete right now. Both these teams struggling. Both these teams have a chance to win this division. But I think this is where the Saints turn it around. I'm sorry that Ridder has to start his career in the NFL against a division rival that has a pretty solid defense. I think he's going to be able to move the football without Kyle Pitts and, guys like that. It worries me, and their offensive line isn't right where it needs to be. But I am going to take the Saints, and so is Papa, because they need a win just as both of these teams need this win. But I'm going to give it to the Saints because I don't know how they are going to do. Yo, let's see. All right, our second Sunday game, we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers heading to Carolina to take on the Panthers. This one's interesting as well. The Steelers coming off a loss. They lost Kenny Pickett early in the game due to a concussion, and then they put the MVP himself, Mitchell Trubisky, in, and he threw three interceptions in this game, and they still only lost by 2 points. The Panthers coming off a huge win against the Seahawks, which I don't really think anyone saw coming. And they're another team in the last division we were just talking about. That division is anybody's to take at this point. I think they're riding on momentum. I'm not sure on the status of Kenny Pickett. I'm not sure on, if Mitchell Trubisky's playing in this game. Part of me, for whatever reason, still thinks the Steelers are going to win this game. And, I don't feel I feel like the Panthers have the hot hand, so I should roll with them. But something in my gut is telling me that Pittsburgh is going to win. He's in concussion protocol. Okay, who is the other QB that you're talking of? Trubisky and who else? Is it Mason Rudolph still? Ooh, this is interesting. Pittsburgh and Carolina have met 7 times, and Pittsburgh has won 6 of the 7 meetings. That doesn't help my cause of being torn on this game. Papa took the Panthers, and I feel like I should be smart and take the Panthers as well, but for whatever reason, I am going to take Pittsburgh, and that's disgusting, but it just, I don't know. I'm not going to say it feels right because nothing about that feels right, but my brain is like, hey, don't be a dummy. Go with your gut. And so I'm going to go with my gut and take the Steelers and that Steelers defense to make Sam Darnold make him have a very rough day and them get something going. We really agree this week. Tim's with me. Tim's with me too. Look, I feel like everybody should take the Panthers, but I feel like I should take the Panthers, but I can't get behind it right now, and I don't trust Sam Darnold. Look, you can make that argument for Mitchell Trubisky or even Mason Rudolph, but both of these guys, Steve Wilkes is doing great with this team. I think they're still going to win a couple games this year. But I'm going to take Pittsburgh's defense over Carolina's defense, and that's going to be that, because if I think too much about this, it's going to make me crazy. The next one we got is the Philadelphia Eagles head to Chicago to take on the Bears. The Eagles just came off of a complete and total massacre of the New York Giants, and the Bears are coming off of a bye week. I kind of forgot the Bears existed because they were on the bye week right now. Listen, this feels like a trap game. This really feels like a trap game. The Eagles riding high. They only have one loss this year. I think it's pronounced the Bears. You are correct. My apologies. Eagles versus the Bears. But I really feel like this is a trap game. I'm gonna say that the Eagles don't fall for this trap. But my thinking is they should steamroll them, just like they did the Giants. That's what should happen. But the Bears are coming off a week of rest. And, the last month and a half, they've really started clicking, trying to figure things out with Fields and their run game. And their defense is not being complete and totally horrible. But I'm going to take the Eagles because it is the right thing to do. And you already know Papa took the Eagles as well. But I'm calling this a trap game. This is one that I feel like the Bears, for whatever reason, are either going to get blown out or make the Eagles look bad. But I think the Eagles will still get the win. Now, with that being said, I don't think the Eagles are a bad team no matter what happens in this game. They are still one of the best teams in the NFL, and I'm just throwing that out there because there's quite a few of you Eagles fans that come in here, and I don't want you to yell at me. I still think they're a good team. They're still my Super Bowl pick, or they're still my NFC representative Super Bowl pick, but this game could be ugly. I feel like it might be low scoring, or like I said, it's going to be just like last week, where like it should be if the NFL goes the way it's supposed to go. But we can't trust the NFL because, the Texans almost beat the Cowboys last week. All right, and the next game we have on our slate, we've got my boys, the Chiefs, heading to Houston to take on the Texans. The Chiefs, for whatever reason, allowing the Denver Broncos to score 28 points, a team that can't even hit double digits 90% of the time, allowing them to score 28 points after they went on a 27-0 run. But a win is a win. They got the dub. The Texans, like we just talked about, they went down to the wire with Dallas. They only lost by 4. They were leading in the last minute of that game, but they let Dak Prescott move the football down the field, and Zeke Elliott punched it in. It was a really good game. This Houston Texans team is very bad. They're just a bad team. They're gonna have probably the number 1 overall pick at the end of this season, but they are, for whatever reason, playing very motivated, and I have to give respect where it's due. Lovie Smith's doing what he can with basically a practice squad team and a couple decent players he's got from the draft. You already know I'm going to pick the Chiefs, as the Chiefs should win this game. A little fun fact about this one, this will be the first time that Patrick Mahomes has played in this stadium since he was in college, and the last time he was there, he threw 6 touchdowns, and so realistically, if the NFL went the way it was supposed to, Patrick Mahomes would throw for 6 touchdowns on Sunday. I don't think that's going to happen, and for whatever reason, this game should be 42 to 17. But if this game ends up being a 3-point game, I will not be surprised. I'm going to roll with the Chiefs. Papa's got the Chiefs because it's the Texans. Listen, we can't really pick them because we know they're not going to win. Yeah. And if they do, I will probably, I don't know. I will not be well. I will not be well if we lose this game. It does kind of feel trappy, but I'm confident that the Chiefs will get The Chiefs will get it done on Sunday. The next game that we have on the slate, interesting game, the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, very close win against the Texans, heading to Jacksonville to take on the Jags, who just blew out the Titans. Yes, they let them get some offense going, some garbage time points at the end of that game, but realistically, they were just clicking all over the field, and they got it done. It was a big win for them. This is another trap game. I seriously feel like if the Titans don't get their act together, Jacksonville might somehow come back and take that division from them. The Cowboys are definitely the favorite. I do want to check out the point spread on this game because I am very curious about it. Where are we at? It is only a 4-point spread in Dallas's favor. This is what I'm saying. Look, these sports betting companies, they know what they're talking about. Dallas and Jags have met 7 times. Dallas has won 4, including the last 2 meetings. But last time in Jacksonville was 2014. Everybody just joining us, welcome. Thanks for coming in here. We're about halfway through our picks for the week. Yeah, this one's kind of scary. So, and the odds by Caesar Sportsbook that shows on my CBS app is taking Jacksonville to cover the spread, and 63% is taking Dallas on the money line. But part of me wants to go all chaos and be like, yo, Jags are going to come in here and, take some names. And, I mean, they lost to the Lions 2 weeks ago, and that was ugly. But other than that, they've been putting up a fairly consistent amount of points, and they've been playing a lot better football. I feel like this is Bible study, but instead of talking about Jesus, we talk about football. You know what? Sometimes I feel that way too. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, Dad took the Cowboys. I don't feel good about this one, but I'm also going to take the Cowboys as well, I think. I hope I get to see part of this game at least because I feel like it's going to be a fun one. But I don't trust it. I don't trust a lot of these games, and so we're gonna just do the best we can with what knowledge that we have, and like I said, just hope for the best. The next game we got on our schedule is kind of a headache to me. We've got the Detroit Lions coming off the big win against the Minnesota Vikings last week, heading to New Jersey to take on the Jets. Mike White. Okay, and let me back up for a second. The Jets coming off a loss against Buffalo. It wasn't necessarily a bad loss. They came back into that game. But Mike White did get injured, and then he left the game, and then he came back in, and then he got injured again, and he left the game, and they ended up leaving and going to the hospital. Never had a deer talk to me before, but it's always time for something new, Chris. But so Mike White is supposed to be QB1 in this game. I don't agree with it because the man had to leave in an ambulance. I don't know what the status is on his health, how good he is. He is listed as questionable. Zach Wilson got a promotion this week, and he is now QB2, which means we might see him in this game, which if you are in our Discord, you kind of saw me going off on a little tangent about this game, or not about this game, but about the Jets this week. And, Robert Saleh on the podium keeps saying, Zach's our guy, Zach's our guy, Zach's our guy. They didn't let him dress the last 3 games. And now, finally, as soon as I said that, he announced that they were moving him up on the depth chart. I feel like if he's your guy, you need to get him in the game so you can work with him and show him what he's doing wrong. But I didn't totally agree with the benching. He was 5-2 as a starter this year. And other than him not taking accountability after that Patriots game, and the only games he lost were divisional, and divisional games are tough. The Lions and Jets have met 14 both times. Both have won 7. So this game is a coin flip, essentially. Last time the Lions won in New York in 2014. I mean, he's only my guy because of his mental outside of football, and I respect it. Yeah, Papa took the Lions on this game. I am going to go with the hot hand. I do think the Jets rebound. I do think this will be a low-scoring game. The Lions' defense is emerging to being a lot better than they were the first half of the year. The Jets' defense still really great. I don't know if Quinnen Williams is going to play or not, and that is a huge hole in the middle of their defensive line if he does not play. So I'm going to give the edge to the Lions. They're able to run the ball well. They're able to throw the ball well. They're able to score points pretty well. The Jets are doing more than the Denver Broncos offense except for against the Chiefs, but I don't know if they're going to be able to score enough points to beat the Lions. And so I think the Lions continue their win streak, and their road to the playoffs looks better and better every day. Go Lions. Even though I want to see the Jets do well, I think the Lions are going to be able to take this one home. The next game we got on the slate of games is probably the game that everyone cares about the least. We've got the Arizona Cardinals heading to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos. Broncos already been eliminated from the playoffs. The Cardinals still have playoff hopes, but I'm sure after this week, if anybody above them wins, they will probably be eliminated as well. The Cardinals losing Kyler Murray on the third play of the game on Monday Night Football. He is going to be out for the rest of the season with an ACL injury. So that means Colt McCoy with the backup Trace McSorley is going to be playing in this game. And the Broncos are coming off of being able to score 28 points against the top 2 team in the AFC right now. This game is so stupid for me. I want to say that the Broncos win riding on momentum. I'm just going to take the Broncos because their defense is good enough to get at the quarterback. Can the Cardinals win? Yeah, but I think the Cardinals get eliminated this week, and the Broncos get their 4th win of the season, and it doesn't matter. Seattle will be upset because they want them to lose more so they can get a higher draft pick. There is not a whole lot to talk about in this game because it sucks and really nobody cares. I don't mean to be that way, but Denver has won 9 times, including the last 2 meetings. Yeah, okay. That's another reason. Just give me Denver at home to do something right this season and get this meaningless win. So Seattle has a lower or a higher draft pick than before. Next game we've got on the slate for the weekend. We've got the New England Patriots versus the Vegas Raiders. And we bounce back with a much better game. The Patriots just on the edge of a wild card spot. The Raiders have a tough road to go, but still have playoff hopes. The Patriots, like I said, coming off a big win against the Cardinals on Monday Night Football, keeping their playoff hopes alive. Of course, that game was really important. I think every game for them going forward is going to be important. And the Raiders coming off a really bad loss to a last-minute touchdown by Baker Mayfield and Van Jefferson and the Rams. Oh, man. I don't know how I feel about this game. Let's see where Dad took the Patriots this week. I want to say that the Raiders – no, I want to say that the Patriots have the momentum right now. The Raiders just got smacked in the mouth. Do I think the Raiders can win this? It is a home game. They have had their better games at home. This is really tough because the Patriots have a really tough defense, but the Raiders have a really explosive offense with Josh Jacobs and with Devontae Adams, and they've got their guys. I believe Darren Waller is coming back from IR. I don't know how much of a factor he is going to be in this game. Let me look at this stat he put up here. Pats and Raiders have met 36 times 3 postseason games. Pats have won and cheated 20 times, including the last 6 meetings. Pats always cheat, just facts. Oh. So Tuck roller in your team. Oof. Yeah, this one's really a coin flip to me. Let me go look at the point spread on here and see what everybody was thinking on it. There is no point spread, so it is. Oh wait, yeah, there is no point spread. It opened at Vegas -3, but now it just says PK. Raiders broke my heart last week. Me too, dude. And the money line is 53% on the Raiders. Dad took the Patriots. And I take the Patriots almost every week the last few weeks. So I'm going to take the Raiders here just to spice it up a little bit. If the Raiders lose, their season's probably, I think their season is over. So I think they got a little bit more to play for. Patriots still on the cusp of the playoffs. So I'm going to take the Raiders. I've been right about the Patriots the last 3 times, so we'll see how this goes. The next game we've got on the slate, another very important game. The Tennessee Titans head to LA to take on the Chargers. Chargers still fighting for a playoff spot, coming off a big win on Sunday Night Football against the Dolphins, which I believe put them in a wild card spot. The Titans holding on to their division, but they've lost their last 2 or 3 games, and so they are starting to falter a little bit. I don't know how I feel about them going forward right now because they have not looked like a complete team, and pretty much since I think they played Cincinnati. I think since that game, they've kind of been on a downhill tear. Like I said, against Jacksonville last week, they got demolished, but in the second half of the game, they were able to move the ball effectively and score some points, but in the end, it did not matter. The Chargers, there wasn't that much bad about them. Their run game wasn't really there as much as it needed to be against Miami. Titans have a good defense, but they just gave up 40 points to the Jags. So I don't really trust this Titans team right now. Titans and Chargers have met 47 times, 4 postseason games. Titans have won 18. Haven't won on the road since 1990. Yeah, that just kind of sums up. What's up, Holly? Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us for a little bit. Yeah, I don't trust the Titans, so I'm gonna take the Chargers. As much as I don't want Chargers fans to get all 5 of them to get big egos, I think they're gonna be able to get it done at home. Not that home field advantage is anything to LA teams in the NFL, but I really think that this is going to be a fairly good win for them, unless they completely crap the bed and the Titans do something crazy. So I'm going to take the Chargers and not feel great about it because none of these games this week feel safe. There's a lot of games I feel like should be locks, and I don't feel that way. So I can't wait. I can't wait till tomorrow to start our week and get into it. The next game we have on the schedule, Papa Blood's team. This is kind of a big game too. We've got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Tampa to take on Tom and the Buccaneers. The Bengals coming off a a very important win for Joe Burrow's career, getting his first win against the Cleveland Browns. And we talked about the Buccaneers earlier a little bit. They got pulled off of national TV because they were getting blown out by Mr. Irrelevant and the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know how they scored their 7 points because it wasn't on TV anymore. But yeah, I know Dad took the Bengals on this game, and I sat here and I've stared at this for a while. The Bengals are favored to win. Joseph Asai killing Tommy Brady, his first sack in the NFL. Yes, Joseph Asai filling in for Trey Hendrickson. And this was one of the ones that I feel like really just hurts my guts. Because I want the Bengals to win. I don't want to. I want the Bucs to be done with, so we can move on from them. But they're in that division that we can't put them away until the last week of the season, and the winner of that division is finally picked. So Brock Purdy made Brady Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah, this is a 3.5-point spread in Cincinnati's favor. Everybody is taking Cincinnati and to cover the spread, and they picked the under, which is at 44 right now, which is actually kind of crazy too. Oh, I trust that the Bengals are the better football team right now. I do not trust the way everything goes. Also, we just got watch Brady get completely embarrassed on national television, and I can't believe I'm saying this. But because of that, I think I'm going to take the Bucs at home, and I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that I'm wrong this week because Bengals should win by a mile. They have lost a couple pieces on defense. They should be able to stop the run, which means Brady's going to have to throw a bunch, and they've got good receivers. Listen, I don't like it either. I don't like it, but for whatever reason, if you punch him in the mouth too many times and you embarrass him, he's going to light a fire, and that's what he does. So, no. Dear God, please, no. Listen, as a Chiefs fan, I would rather Tom Brady be with Tampa than New England by a mile because no. I just said AFC Championship rematch and you turned traitor. Bro, I don't want to see the Bengals in the AFC Championship. I don't want to see the Bengals in the playoffs at all. Look, I know all Chiefs fans you got to get that monkey off your back. Well, I don't want it, man. I don't want it. I'd rather play Buffalo. Seriously. If the Bengals make it to the Super Bowl, I give them all my respect. I don't want to be the reason they go to the Super Bowl again. So, listen. I'm not a traitor. I'm trying to use I'm trying to trust my gut this week because I always go against my gut and try to think what I think is right. And I think the Bengals are the right answer, but my gut is telling me that the Bucs are, for whatever reason, are going to get it done and they're going to be back to 500. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong 600 times. But just to keep it interesting, I guess, in our picks, I'm going to take Tampa, and I'm going to allow myself to get burnt. I love you. I understand your thought process. I mean, you can't blame me for seeing what I see. And watching that fiasco makes me scared of what this Tampa team is willing to do, whether it be this week or the next game or one of these games. Somebody's going to get hurt, man. I don't hate him. I'm just tired of him. No, I do, but I am also tired of him. But I'm going to move on because this one is tough for me, and I don't like to sit and talk about Tom Brady because we already do that enough in here. So the next game we got on our schedule for Week 15, the New York Giants head to Washington to take on the Washington Commanders. I almost said Comanches. On Sunday Night Football. I think that I read some crazy stat that the Giants are like 0-12 on primetime games or something dumb. So listen, that already didn't look good. I'm just gonna tell you straightforward. I took Washington in this one. Dad also took Washington in this one. But I do want to talk about it because these two teams, they're both 7-5-1. At least one of them is trying to make the playoffs. I don't think both of them will because, there's a lot of noise in the hunt category for the NFC. I know there is in the AFC too, but these playoff races look completely different, man. Like, and it's a little bit weird. And if you guys want to get into that playoff race, as soon as I get through Monday Night Football, we can do that. But yeah, the Giants, I think I read like they're in double digits on Sunday Night Football out of their last, I don't know, X amount of games. So their odds don't look very good. Washington, other than the tie against the Giants, 2 weeks ago? Because I feel like they had their bye last week and then they had the tie. But other than that, they've been looking like a really good football team. They're getting it done. They may not look like the best football team, but they are winning. And so, you can't argue with it. The Giants had been on a slight decline since then. Last week got completely obliterated by the Eagles. And just for the making a little sense of why I picked Washington, the Eagles blew out the Giants and Washington beat the Eagles. So that means Washington's going to beat the Giants. It's full circle right there. Hey, Holly, with a super sticker, $20. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you hanging in here with us. It means more than I could ever put into words, and I'm very grateful. But I don't think the Giants are going to win this game. It's on prime time. It's like their curse, and Washington is getting they spent the week getting rested, which means I think read the stat I sent. Last time Giants and Washington tied, the Giants won the second meeting. Thank you. Thank you for that, Nathan. Excellent. Our it's in the blood statistician. Yeah, so in the sports betting, they've got the current point spread is 4.5. 70% has picked the Giants to cover the spread, but 85% has taken Washington on the money line. Irrelevant stat. Yeah, dude, I'm not going against Washington. You guys know that I've got a little soft spot in my heart for them. So I'm going to pick them until they prove to me that they're going to lose football games. And so that is my reason. Plus, I never really had faith in the Giants. And then they turned around and made me have faith in the Giants. And then they turned back around again and went back to where I thought they'd be. They're just not a whole football team right now. And so I can't trust them right now in crunch time when all these games matter the most. So give me the Comanches to win at home on primetime. This game got flexed, so it better be a good game or we're all going to be mad. We are all going to be angry. I mean, we got Saturday games, so it kind of makes up for it. But, it got flexed, so it better be good. All right. And so on to our last game of the NFL Week 15. Monday Night Football. We've got the LA Rams heading to Lambeau to take on the Green Bay Packers. The Rams, like I said before, came off a miracle win off a 98-yard touchdown drive by Baker Mayfield. He took his helmet off and started headbutting people with helmets on again. We learned that Baker Mayfield was born to be a Ram. And they upset the Raiders in a big way on Thursday Night Football. I came in just in time. And the Packers coming off a bye week, which I feel like they needed. They needed to regroup a little bit. Their playoff hopes are still alive. They're the percentage chance for them to get in the playoffs is higher this week than it was last week. So, for Packers fans, that is good. Now, I'm not saying that percentage is very high. I think I read it's like 8%, but that's higher than a lot of teams that are playing this weekend. So, they do have a chance. The Rams, I really wanted them to lose last week so they could just be done and we could be done with them. This is probably the worst Super Bowl hangover of all time. The one you can compare to it the most is the 03 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Rams and Packers have met 97 times, 3 times postseason. Packers have won 48 times, including the last 2 meetings. Listen, let's check out the point spread. The point spread is 7 points in the Packers' favor, which is crazy. It is the worst. Okay, I figured that it was the worst. And 95% of the money line is on the Packers, and the over-under started at 52, and it is now 39.5, and sports bettors are taking the under. And I think that is fair, but, if Baker Mayfield decides he wants to sling it, with a full week of practice, then whatever. Listen, I'm going to take the Packers because it's the right thing to do. We're all sick of the Rams. Unless you're a Rams fan, you're sick of the Rams. Picking the Rams by 9. Yeah, right here. That just sums it up right there. I don't trust the Rams. I don't trust Baker Mayfield. He came in, he looked like a god last week. He's going to come in with a super ego this week, and he's going to get shut down, and it's going to be, that endless cycle of Baker Mayfield. Yes, I don't like that game. Or yes, I don't like that guy. I don't like his mental, his ego. I'm sick of Rodgers more than the Rams. I can't even say that, man. Like, I'm not even sick of Aaron Rodgers. I'm sick of Baker Mayfield, and Rodgers been in the league a whole lot longer, so that says something about Baker Mayfield. And I'm still like, Nathan, you should hate Baker Mayfield right now because of what he did last week, and I don't understand. I will never understand. Oops. But we're going to take the Packers. I feel like Baker don't want to mess up, so he's going to try to win. Look, I think Baker Mayfield actually has a high percentage chance to be successful under McVay. And at the end of the season, if they win a couple games right here, then McVay might be like, let's re-sign Baker, and Matthew Stafford might end up just retiring because he's had a lot of concussions this year and a lot of health issues. So I could see him hanging up the cleats, man. Like, I really can. Who is hated more, Rodgers or Brady at this point? Dude, I still think it's got to be Brady. I mean, I think Brady is the more loved one, but I also think Brady is the more hated one as well. Like, I think that is both. Yeah, I hate Patrick Graham for being as trash as my internet. I'm sick of everyone that's not a Chief. That's fair. It's easily a tie. I mean, there's a couple games on here I could see easily being a tie. Let's go ahead and tally this up because last week, Dad and I only chose one game differently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We chose 6 games differently this time out of 16. So I have a chance. Wait, what am I making a poll for? Y'all just hate me in the bud, and y'all don't want me to be happy. Bro, it's not my fault that you're a Brady cultist. Look, you can't help it. It's just the way you are, I'm an equal opportunity hater. Oh, Brady versus Rodgers hater. Okay, yeah, I'll put up a poll for that. Who's more hated? There we go. There we go. Get your votes in. Rodgers has the bigger chip and the most to prove. I agree. I don't hate Brady or Rodgers, but it's like I can't remember what the technical term is. Overexposure, fatigue, retiring, unretiring, rumors, media coverage. He said F yeah with the Brady Rodgers poll. Dude, I mean, Mickey asked for it, but I kind of love it. Tie. I should have put a tie. I didn't start it, but I support it wholeheartedly. No tie. You gotta pick Brady or Rodgers because it's gotta be sincere. No tie. I feel like what you're explaining right here, Holly, is Brett Favre's entire career. Retiring, unretiring, the rumors, the media coverage. Yeah, what you're talking about right now is just Brett Favre's whole career. No ties and hatred, bro. Yeah, but who do you hate more, man? This is torture to watch, bro. I love it. Rodgers is annoying, not hated. Yeah, I don't hate Rodgers. Well, yeah, he got hated because he was ignorant. Like, right, Brett Favre comes to mind for sure. Both of these quarterbacks combined remind me of like one whole Brett Favre, but with less scandals, I think. Because I feel like, as much as I try not to pay attention to that kind of thing, Favre is kind of getting into the bad side of things. Yeah, get your votes in. Once it gets to like at least like I don't know 10 or 15 votes, I'll close her down. Put Eli in this, bro. How many? Okay, just type a yes or no in the chat. How many people hate Eli Manning? I feel like, especially now that we're having the Rodgers and Brady conversation, nobody hates Eli Manning, dude. And I will never hate a Manning as long as I live. It's not in my blood. Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers equals Brett Favre. Listen, I mean, that makes the most sense. I feel like we all just had a breakthrough together with this realization. No, Chris is just mad because he lost 2 rings to a Manning. You know who I love? Big Daddy Nick Foles. Dude, I love the Mannings. The Mannings are the whole reason I like football. What Eli do? Yeah, that's why I said that Brett Favre is Brady and Rodgers for everything you described is Brett Favre and that's what I included media coverage with, but I think it's just getting worse from here on out. Unfortunately, I was never a huge Favre fan though. I'm gonna be real honest. Not that I hated him or anything. I just was never a fan. I'm trying to take y'all attention away from the GOAT. He don't deserve this. No, this is exactly what he deserves, man. Listen, you can't be famous without the bad half. And if you can't handle it, then go on. You should have thought about that before you became a professional athlete, where a lot of people are going to hate you for no reason. Because as many people that like him, there are just as many people that dislike him. And that goes for every single, high-end athlete. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And so I loved watching him lose to the Saints in the NFC Championship. Yeah. Bro, I can't believe you just threw Eli Manning under the bus like that. We'll come after you for that one. Listen, the Brady one is an all-time debate. Eli, there's no reason to hate him, man. I do, however, really dislike a lot of people and things. I mean, cheers to that, Mickey. I can get behind that. What Brady deserves is me throwing his little Botox little boy in the water. Don't worry, we're in about 10 years. We'll have Jack Brady and Tom Brady in the league, and we'll have that to look forward to. But we'll have Arch Manning, so we'll also be excited about something. Hey, bro, I heard Tom has a new model girlfriend, and she's age appropriate. He's effing the Mona Lisa, dude. Oh, that's good. That's pretty funny. Papa's got the jokes today. This lighting is so rough today. I don't know why. I'm about to turn one of these lights off because it's blinding me. Let's see. He stole my jokes. Papa on a roll. He didn't steal nothing. Papa fired up. He missed us. Yeah, he did. Brady's kids play Madden 23 just to spend time with their dad. That's just sad. I mean, listen. Chris, you act like they didn't cheat. They got caught, which means they definitely did it. So, you can't deny it. If you get caught, then you are guilty, man. You can't even deny it anymore. You might as well just own it. Yeah, you cheated, and pretty much nothing came from it. You'll be live all day Saturday. I'll be live all day Saturday. Ever hear Deflategate? Or the time that they were videotaping the Cincinnati Bengals, the team that ended up being 2-14 that year because they were scared? My wife told me there's two things that really annoy her. One is that I never listen, and then something else I can't remember. It sounds like something that sounds like me, dude. Yep, tuck rule. Yep. Well, Yep, I am off Saturday. That was what I was gonna tell you guys. So I got Thursday, we got the Niners and the Seahawks. Friday, if you want a Q&A, we can do a Q&A on Friday. But Saturday we can't because we got Saturday football. And so all three games I think will be streaming. But Dad's got an IU game, so he might not stream football. So I might stream all three games. I don't know. We'll see. Or at least two of them. And then Sunday, I'll work, but we won't stream any 1 o'clocks. We'll stream a 4 and the Sunday, and then Monday. So we've got a lot coming up. If you guys want a Q&A tomorrow, though, let me know before we close down tonight. Totally admits the tuck rule is BS. He had a funny video with another player where he admits it. That's what I'm saying. You can't even deny it, Chris. Flag on the play. He hurts Tom Brady's feelings. Automatic touchdown. Yeah, I said Friday. I said Thursday we got... No, we're not doing a Q&A after Thursday games because Thursday games are absolutely exhausting and I can't do it. They drain everything out of me and I don't know why. So if you guys want a Q&A, it has to be Friday. Let me check my work schedule, see what time I get off work on Friday before I agree to that also. Yeah, no Thursday. Yeah, it's the Prime Video effect. Thanks, Jeff Bezos. You make me exhausted on Thursdays. We had a good Q&A last week. So, well, actually, I feel like Holly and there were a couple of you guys were all in here with us, and then obviously Nathan and Mickey and our core group. Everybody was in. I feel like we had a deep talk. Oh, sorry. Deep life talks on our last one, which was awesome. Would you still pick Tampa Bay if Hendrickson was playing? No. I would have picked Cincinnati, but he's not playing. There's no way he's playing. He broke his wrist. Who's going to win the World Cup, Argentina or France? I'm going to say probably Argentina if I had to guess. But I know that France is getting an going off on a high right now. What day is that World Cup game, by the way? If anyone knows, Pookie or whoever. We got into music and deep life talk. It certainly helped my mentals. Dude, that was a really, like, I got off here and, like, it was like a breath of fresh air, kind of, like, connecting with all of you guys, like, on that level, you know, sharing a bunch of stuff that we all love together. You know, we found out that Holly and Jeff were pretty much neighbors. They grew up together and didn't know it. And, you know, we talked about a lot of good stuff, you know, content creating and the motivation, and it was good. It was good. Sunday. Okay. Well, I probably will miss it because of football unless it's early, which it could be early. It might be like 1 or 2, so it'll be on at work while I'm there. So I'll definitely watch it for sure. Okay, so I get off at 9 and I can do a late Q&A stream on Friday, or we can just hang out on Twitch, whichever one you want, Friday night. It's up to you guys. Also, I did get a PlayStation camera, by the way, for Twitch. I just don't know when I'll be able to set it up. Hey, Mickey, we appreciate you. We love you too. I'm leaning towards France, but I admit I don't watch soccer much. I just feel like Messi's on a tear. 9 a.m. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely watch that. That's what time I get to work. I want to say France because, like, you know, like, I feel like they're kind of the underdog in this one. But I think Argentina, man, is like, they're real hot right now. Messi's all fired up, and that guy's just hard to beat. He's got, you know, a couple hundred more goals in the World Cup than he has, like, matches played, and which is crazy. When my team becomes a Major League Soccer team, I will go all in on soccer, and they're very close. They just built a stadium, so they're getting closer. Here's the 2K. I'm going with South America on the World Cup. Wait, what? Oh, you're going with. I thought you said you're going to South America. You will always be blood clots in my heart. All right, so we can make that final decision tomorrow during the football stream, what we end up doing on Friday. Because either wish is since no one answered, I'm down for either. Yeah, I'm down for either. Okay, I was late, but I have to know who y'all picked for the Chiefs and Texans. Holly. You don't have to ask that. You know. But I said, I'll just recap what I said for you. But I appreciate the 5. Thank you so much. Obviously, I picked the Chiefs. Dad also picked the Chiefs. But I said the last time Patrick Mahomes played in that stadium was in college, and he threw 6 touchdowns. So that's exactly what he should do here. But for whatever reason, I feel like this game is going to be closer than it needs to be, kind of like last week. I said the score should be 42-17, but someone put Chris in timeout. But if we beat the Texans by only 3, I'm really not going to be surprised by that. Not that I think the Texans are the same level of competition, but just the way things go, man. And the Texans gave Gave the Cowboys a run, but they don't have Damian Pierce, so that's just going to hurt them. And I don't really think they have a chance in this game. So, Chiefs by a mile. Yeah, he picked the Chiefs, but he didn't have much commentary on it. So, I feel like he was like, I'll just let Alex figure it out. It might snow Saturday. Man, I don't want any snow, honestly. I know, like, it's too early into winter to say this, but I'm tired of winter. Who's your pick between a grilled cheese and a fish taco? Give me that grilled cheese. You demanded a recount? Listen, this ain't even close enough to demand a recount. 42-17, you thought that, dude? Yeah, that's literally the first score that came to my mind. But I was like, my real, like, what I think really is going to happen for no reason is going to be like 34 to like 21 or 24 or something stupid. No love for the fish taco? Bro. It's grilled cheese, man. You can't go wrong with grilled cheese ever. Dude, yeah, exactly. We all love cheese here, man. Close until half, though. Hey, I mean, if they want to put up a game like they did the last time we saw the Texans in the playoffs, I'll be fine with that. Go up 24-0, make us nervous for no reason, and then we win like 52-31. Yeah, I'm good with that. Grilled cheese is almost like a dessert. For me, I feel like that is such a true statement because I am like not a huge sweet person. Did Long John Silver's ever had fish tacos? I feel like they did. Is Purdy starting tomorrow? As far as I know. Who the F puts cheese on fish? I'm pretty sure people put cheese on fish and fish tacos. Like, I feel like that's not an uncommon thing. Yeah. I was going to say, I was thinking the McDonald's fish is what, like, I was actually thinking of. I thought it came with cheese. I don't really care for seafood that much. I'll eat it, but I don't really care too much for it. Like, I had fish for dinner last night. But it's definitely not my first choice. But it is a taco. Well, a fillet of fish is not a fish taco. That's a fish sandwich. Have you ever had a fish taco? Have you ever even seen a fish taco? Anything's a taco if you put it in a taco shell. You can have spaghetti tacos, man. It's messy, but you can have spaghetti tacos. Tacos and sandwiches are basically the same thing. I mean, they're pretty close. I don't like fish tacos. Yeah, I'm right there. Chew with your mouth closed. I don't like seafood. My aunt used to do that to me when I was a kid, and she was like, do you like seafood? And like, yeah, I did, Pookie. I've been pretty upset about that today. I'm not going to lie. That one's had me pretty down. But I lost my train of thought. I ate too, and I got so sick. That's fair. Bro, spaghetti tacos were before iCarly. I put cheese in my tuna salad. See, now that's good. I love tuna. Like, I love tuna salad. And, like, I also like a little bit of salmon. Like, my grandma makes salmon patties, and I could eat that every single day. Yeah. He's been a little crazy boy today. If you want to jump on the Discord call so I can explain the plan I'm doing after Christmas, we can. He misses me. I think he does, man. My mom made a killer tuna noodle casserole with cheese. I feel like, okay, so you're talking about shrimp tacos, but you don't believe that fish tacos are a real thing? Get out of here. I'll put cheese on cop cars. Oh, wait. I think Brady won the poll. Let me check it out. One more vote, and I'll close the poll. But tuna noodle casserole really sounds really good. Yeah, Pookie, I know. Hey, congrats, Brady's winning. You just said that, you just asked how fish tacos were a taco. I don't know what's happening upstairs. Come on, one more vote. One more vote in the poll, just so we can make sure we get a for sure winner. Because I'm not closing it until you give me one more vote. There's 15 people watching and only 14 votes, so one person can vote. And if that means Tim has to vote, then vote. Shelby put me through a table. Hey, there we go. There we go. All right, votes in. 17 votes. Who's more hated, Brady or Rodgers? And with 88% of the votes, Tom Brady is more hated than Aaron Rodgers. Yay, golf clap for Brady. I didn't vote. I didn't vote because I could have voted, but I didn't vote. This is dumb. I love it. Brady cheated in the poll so he could still win. America, F yeah. Carne asada tacos? Now you're speaking my language, Tim. Crawfish tacos? I'm going to be real honest. I don't know if I've ever eaten crawfish. Maybe as a kid, because I know Dad used to eat a lot of seafood, but I don't know if I ever, like, as an adult, have eaten a crawfish. I had those in New Orleans. What's America? I live down under. Hi, Chris. No crawdads, and you're from Kentucky. I mean, I've seen them. I've tried to catch them, but I've never eaten them. I just told you guys, I'm not really a seafood person. Did you see Brady's sign for reception ball? Oh, the interception, yeah. I wish I was from Wisconsin because the amount of cheese that I eat and love, 88% in favor of Brady. It's in the blood record support. Facts. I'll put up another one right now. Wait, I got a good poll for you. There you go. That's a tie. So now put a poll during every live stream of Brady versus every other NFL QB. My vote is in. Dude, that's so good. I'm just saying. I'm putting cases on all of you. That was better than the first one. Giselle with all the rings. I'm sure she's going to have another ring from someone else probably pretty soon, too. But I don't mean old Tommy Boy won't either. And owns it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this is a fair poll, man. Hey, look, Chris, Brady's still winning. Who wears the pants in their family? Brady does, because I think, actually, you know what? I think she does. Well, I'm not disrespecting Giselle. I just wanted to get the jokes going. I feel like they wear their own pants, Pookie, man. I really don't know that much about her. She's gonna get Zach Wilson on her pinky ring. I saw someone call him a Cabbage Patch Kid the other day, and I laughed pretty hard. You guys voted on this one so fast. I think the Bengals will beat the Bucks. I think the Bengals should beat the Bucks 100%, like without a doubt. I'm not making fun of their troubles. I'm talking about Brady being a cheater, and that's all about football, man. And I'm just trying to troll Chris. Listen, you guys know I don't like to get into that, but Chris said no more, so I had to think of something. What the buck is the Bucks record? Yeah, they're one game below 500, like 6-7 maybe. I think maybe 7-8. No, that can't be right. It's gotta be 6-7. Yeah. I'm thinking either 6-11 or 7-10. One of the two. Seven and 10. Yep. 7-10 max. Man, if the Bucks lose that division, I don't know. Hey, Holly, appreciate you being in here, hanging out with us. All right, so 8-9. I don't know, maybe. If the Bucks get there, then yes. But if it's Carolina, Atlanta, or Saints, it won't be 8-9. But I appreciate you. Much love, as always. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to close this down. If you're not in our Discord yet, I will post the link real quick. Copy. Paste. Whoa. That's not right. Copy. There we go. All right. There is the link to our Discord. Be sure to join up in there if you hadn't. We've got over 50 members all hanging out all day long, every day, and it is awesome. If the Bucks make it 8-9, go all the way, the Brady's haters will be back. One last finale. If he goes to the Super Bowl and he doesn't hang it up after that, I'm going to be angry. Also, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to go check out my Twitch, and if you would like, give me a follow. We've been on there pretty much every single night and hanging out, playing games. Join the Crawl Crew. I'm trying to get that channel to 50 followers, so we got a solid group of people to hang out with every night. And I will be on there tonight as well, so if you haven't, be sure to get over there. What's up, Lindsay? Will you guys be here for the Bengals and Bucks game? Maybe. It's a maybe. I don't know what day Dad's getting back. If he's back, then yes. Which I think he should be back. See what's in the blood. Get the 2K on here. We'll get there. In due time, we will get there. Oh, my kitty's got the zoomies. Everybody that's dipping out, before I close this down, have a good rest of your night. Like I said, I'll post it one more time and I'll pin it. It is my Twitch, if you get the chance. I would appreciate a follow if you want to come hang out with me and Shelby and the rest of the crew on there. This cat is going crazy right now. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and close this down. I'll come watch Twitch. Yeah, I'll be on in probably it'll be a few, but I'm going to get on there soon. But I will be back tomorrow for any of the non-Twitchers on YouTube, of course, for Thursday Night Football. I cannot wait. She's at work right now, but she should be getting off soon. And once she gets off, we didn't play together, her and I, last night. So she should be on tonight. I appreciate you all so much. I know I said that a lot, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You guys are awesome. And like I said, I pinned the comment. I'll be on Twitch in a few. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Let me get this ready to go. Last thing's last. Last thing. I think Papa said he'll be back Saturday, so we should be here. Both of us back together. I'm sure he's gonna want to do a stream when he gets back. Maybe not the day, but he'll probably want to do something together, and I'm looking forward to it. And so we can get the whole Blood fam back together. With that being said, I'm gonna jump off here and get ready to head over there. I appreciate you all so much. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your night. And as always, go Chiefs.